Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 4 versus 4 on Monts. Playing as a Tyranids on the northern side, we've got the Swarm Lord, we've got Bat also as a Tyranids, we've got Yharnam Hunter as the Chaos Demons, and we've got Little Shive Security as the Inquisitorial Demon Hunters. On the southern side, we've got Psycherd as Demon Hunters, we've got Grooby also as the Demon Hunters, we've got Stranger as the Orks, and we have got Catgirl as the Chaos Demons. So a bit of a hodgepodge of mixed factions here today on Monts. Main difference, I suppose, is that on this team over here we've got double Demon Hunters, and on this team we've got double Tyranids. As we all know and love, Demon Hunters do quite enjoy getting into that late game and waiting for those Grey Knights to come out so they can smash anything and everything. Those Tyranids, they quite like bouncing around in the early game. I mean, they've got late game options and stuff, but they're known for their massive numbers and stuff that they can have access to quite early. You will notice as well that the difference between Unification and Ultimate Apocalypse Tyranids is that they have reclamation pools to gain green money, as opposed to in Unification where they don't have any green money. So they operate much like a regular normal faction. But to be fair, both teams, in fact, yeah, with the exception of the Orks, everyone's got lots of deep striking power. I mean, in the mid to late game, you can deep strike Grey Knights and Dreadnoughts and stuff. Tyranids, I do believe when they hit tier 2, they're able to throw down, or what are they called? The little Tyranids with the stabby bits on their hands. Hormagaunts, Termagaunts, whichever one they are. We might see them, we might not. You don't really see the little ones being thrown around in games, but we are seeing a bunch of Spine-Gaunts coming over here to scare away these Stormtroopers. Now, Stormtroopers aren't amazing, but we're going to see some Grenadiers, however one would pronounce that word. Maybe I'm pronouncing it right, maybe I'm not. But, and some Elite Stormtroopers as well, yes. So normally you would see either people staying in tier 1 for a little bit and go for those Elite Stormtroopers for that early game power, or they would stick with regular Stormtroopers, and what Grooby is, hoping to maybe take up a little bit earlier, because they're a lot cheaper. I mean, 15 blue for a Stormtrooper, as opposed to a Elite Stormtrooper, which is 40. That's not a huge difference, but, you know, you gotta look after the pennies and you save on the pounds. And over here, the Tyranids have now got, triple Spine-Gaunts, but they do fall down quite quickly, especially with the Grenadiers firing around with their... I do believe that they all come with grenade launchers, which would make sense on account of them being called Grenadiers. There we go. Stormtroopers over here, struggling a little bit, but we do have a heavy bolter turret defending. Over in the middle, we do see Bats, triple Bats, shall we call him, going for these locations in the middle, while Yharnam Hunter brings down the Blue Horrors, as well as a Demon Lord, bringing out that big cone of fire. But Blue Horrors amazing at murderizing infantry. And Demons, can you just stop talking for 5 minutes? Right? I'm going to swap to maybe go for Tyranids, because they talk less. It's hard to concentrate talking about stuff when you've got, a Chaos Demon whispering sweet nothings into your ear. Yeah, it looks like we've already got tier 2. Have we already got tier 2? I can't tell. The build add-ons. I'm not sure whether the dangly bits mean anything. The regular buildings have... No, they don't have dangly bits. Haha! So that is tier 2. There we go. Told you. They went for an early tier 2 because they got regular Stormtroopers. I know how this game is played. I know the meta, kind of. We do have some shooter boys with the big shooters coming over here. And they will quite nicely take care of that Demon Lord and also mop up these Blue Horrors should they get there in time. Blue Horrors have got their morale broken, so they will have to run back home and chill out. Over here we've got a line of Blue Horrors from Catgirl just chilling out, not being too aggressive, especially with a bunch of Stormtroopers and a Scholar. Gotta be very careful considering that these are Demon Hunters and these are Demons, and you know, you don't want to antagonize them. If they can forget that you're there and not be too aggressive, that's a bonus for everyone. Got a Bio Plasma Turret knocking on around here. Don't think that the Spore Chimneys, when they're upgraded for the Tyranids, that they actually do any damage to anyone, so they're actually quite a lot more vulnerable than other factions' listening posts. So there we do have the phallic magma vent in the centre of the map, ready to terraform this planet. It does not seem like the Tyranids or the Demon Hunters have managed to push these Tyranids back, but lots of dead bodies already. Gonna see if I regret that later on by turning the body count on. But you gotta believe, man. You gotta believe maybe the frame rate will work today. Tyranid warriors struggling quite a lot with these big shooters. Orks and Imperium working hand in hand. They care not from where the blood flows, as long as it's not their own. Hormagaunts been teleported in. Getting a good surround on these elite stormtroopers. Even more being summoned forth by Bat, and Bat. That's still a lot of firepower coming in, and the Hormagaunts only coming in a squad of 8. They can upgrade themselves to, what is that, 15? 12? How do numbers work? But you can get a lot of them, but when, much like a flayed one squad, when they come in with only 4, their survivability is a little bit shite in that good old grand scheme of things. Seeing the Order Malleus Supreme Lord from Psycherd here, racking up the kills, but the numbers are endless. They just keep on coming in. We've got some Raveners, or just a Ravener, no plural, apparently. We'll see if he gets another model in there and he adds an S on the end. Did not know that the UI for Ultimate Apocalypse was so advanced. Here we go, some more Hormagaunts. And actually, there's a quite a sizable Orkish and Demon Hunting Assault Force. I mean, it's mostly Orks, but, you know, we've got the main dude at the front. But can they take on double bioplasma turrets, as well as a fully fledged warrior squad armed with their Devourers? Very difficult to take on. I might even get a little angle in here. Ho 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 ho! Look at that. Oh, it's like we're at an IMAX. It's beautiful stuff. They're going to be opening fire. Bioplasma turret. Or both of them, in fact, throwing big, deadly, boomy bits. But one goes down quite quickly. Got a significant amount of Hormagaunts and they just jump straight in. Just look at how many there are so quickly. Really able to mass those numbers. Stormtroopers attempted to make a little sandbag area. Did not do them any good there. And the warriors, armed with all their shooty bits, able to provide that firing support as the Hormagaunts ruin the shooter boys' day. You cannot really get those big shooters into play when all this is going on. While this is going on, is there anything extra special going on over here? There is not much. They're all just standing around here, just defending the centre. And the wall of blue horrors remains standing, so good on them for having a armistice, a peace treaty, a neutrality pact, whatever words you would like to say. Blue horrors moving on the right-hand side. They will see these grots and try and stop them. They are not infiltrated at the moment, though they might wish to do so at some point in the near future. Heavy mortar turrets attempted to be built up, but the Hormagaunts just keep on pouring in. Now we've got dark Tyranids and the yellow Tyranids working together as a beautiful, horrific harmony. Salmon being built up over here. It's quite a brave place to stick it. Not sure how it will fare. Showboy's running away back to a protective layer of turrets. Are you a second one? What are you? You are Purification Decree. Can't remember what you do. I know you do something. I think it's like an AoE buff around it. For the life of me, I cannot remember. Over Razorback transport from Psycherd on the move. Huge flame coming out of that, so may be able to burn away the foul Xenos as they approach. But they just keep on coming. They're coming from the land, they're coming from the sky. They're not coming from the sea, because Mons has no sea. Grey Knight Strike Team in the middle. If anything, just to keep those Tyranid warriors away. That's where a lot of the DPS is coming from. We've got some zaps coming from the Icon of Purification as well. And these shooter boys have been left to their own devices a little bit. But again, no matter how quickly they're killing them, they're just get more. And they're also eating lots of the dead, so they're increasing their health quite drastically. Consuming the biomass for maximum effect. We are going to see the... Who are you? You are Grubby. And you are bringing out the pure good lord. Purgation Hellfire Dreadnoughts to smash up anything in the centre. And these guys are taking no damage from whatever's being thrown by the defences here. So all the essential stuff will be moot should the Tyranids and the Force of Chaos not decide to defend it. But absolute chaos and carnage in the centre. Settlement has finished. Have you finished? Yep. Little grots are in the little turrets firing away to the heart's content. The other Grey Knight strike team still over here, slaying demons in the best way that they can. Feeling quite happy and at home with that situation. We do have the Korean that's got a fiery burning thing, which I think does something. We are seeing some electrical bits over here. I assume that is a debuff of some description, whether it's a slow down or something. It does look like they're moving slower. That's my headcanon for this situation anyway. Whether it's real or not, I don't know. But the Orks are now proper retreating all the way back here. Maybe just trying to pull some Tyranids away from the main group. But the mass is still picking up. Grey Knights look like they've been taken out. Yeah, the last of Grey Knight being stabbed quite vigorously by that Hormagaunt. It does seem that Hormagaunts as well have got their 200 plus maximum health. The best thing about it is that only one squad really needs to eat and all the other squads benefit from it, so that's quite an aerodynamic. Aerodynamic? Would that be the word? Efficient? Efficient would be more of a proper word. It's an efficient way of splitting out the meat, isn't it? It'd be really handy if I could have a meal, and because I'm full, then you are full yourself. But sadly, we are not Hormagaunts, we are not Tyranids. The biomass does not do it for us. Yeah, we've got some Blood Crushers, and they're coming out, and they'll do some serious damage to the Dreadnoughts. Just the attack rate on them as well. Do a lot of damage very quickly. Got to be in melee range there, but I'm sure they don't mind. We're having some refugee archivists floating quite far, to be fair. Good lord, look at the range on that. Where are you guys going? They're going to do a double jump all the way down here. They've got a heavy bottle turret already planned. Psycho's still got his stuff, and the Orc shooter boys, a big ball of Daka, being joined by a Thunder Fire Cannon as well. Can they kill the Tyranids there? One huge explosion from the Razorback there, knocking a fair few Tyranids back. They seem to also be covered in some sort of like green sludgy stuff. Not sure if that is a Tyranid upgrade, where they're carrying spores around with them or something. Who really knows in this crazy game of Ultimate Apocalypse? Over on this side we are seeing some movement. Chaos Demons are being pestered and bothered by some Grey Knights. One singular Grey Knight let me click on him. There we go. One singular Grey Knight. In fact, two even. Oh, there's one now. But yeah, these guys, quite difficult to kill. Unless you've got some serious firepower on them. But now Catgirl is able to push into Little Chives' Little Chives are little shivs. I can't read. But these guys are coming over. They're going to cause some issues. Little Shiv's got very little, if you pardon the pun, in a way of being able to defend himself there. Hormagaunts now inside this part of the base, and they're just not stopping, are they? They're an unstoppable mass, a horde, some would say, pushing forward. Psycho has basically lost the entirety of his base. He's got his Olo Malleus Tower, left his HQ building, but that'll be going down soon when the Tyranid warriors start to turn their gaze upon it and use their grenade launchers apparently. That's fine, you know. I'm sure the Hive Mind could evolve some sort of grenade launcher-esque ability. So we've got one base being taken out by Tyranids. We've got one base that looks like it's going to be taken out by the Chaos Demons. And yes, fairly even Stevens so far. We are seeing some capillary veins being built up by who are you? By Triple Bat. That should be able to provide some nearby buffs to Tyranids. Also just looks cool as well. So, you know, maybe a cool factor might be needed. Cool stat, shall we say. But sure, boys, they're not doing great. They're not having the best of times, are they? Sure, they'd be totally fine if maybe there was like a small number of Raveners and maybe Tyranid warriors, but against just the unrelenting horde of Hormagaunts, they just can't get any shots off. We do have something over here. What are you? You are quadruple Blight drones from Catgirl, and they are on a mission to kill things before they're even able to reinforce the front lines. All the Malleus Tower still standing, actually. And are you rebuilding stuff down here? Yes, you are. Psychoed, regaining all his bells and whistles, able to also get that Librarium up and running as his HQ is still online. Blood Crusher in the middle of all things. Yarnum Hunter looking to see if he can maybe get back to these plasma generators. The massive Orks outnumbering the Tyranids, but not quite able to, like I say, get their DPS off. Over on this side, we are seeing Catgirl getting pushed away by more Hormagaunts A Hive Tyrant as well, and Hive Tyrant looks like he's been upgraded with some wings, some scything talons. Good lord, the frame rate, calm down. Yeah, absolutely sick individual. Got some Flamers of Zinch from Catgirl trying to melt away those Tyranids. And they will do a lot of AoE damage if they can keep their distance. Just ever so slightly behind the blue horrors. Yeah, great killing potential here. The Hormagaunts just keep on coming. But it looks like they've met the critical mass of Shooter Boys and the Tank Busters, the big Dakalan, but just when you think they've run out of forces, they just keep on being stricken down from the ground. Or the air, sorry. Grey Knights, small in number, that's their problem. Very strong individual squads, but only they can do so much against so very little, or well, small, tiny Tyranids. The Tyranids over here seem to be beaten back a bit. Double, in fact, good lord, it's quadruple Flamer of Zinch stuff going on. Which is pretty cool. They've also got the Blight drones as well, which are absolutely immune to all Hormagaunt nonsense. So maybe that's the play to make. Some aircraft, which would really basically just halt the Hormagaunts in their tracks. But the Grey Knights now massing in a fairly decent size. Going to teleport straight into the middle of the Warriors, using their Flamers. Thankfully, the Warriors are immune to morale damage as they are a Synapsis creature. Still not standing all that well. But they've moved back a bit, allowing them to start firing again. Grey Knight should have really been following them quite consistently, but that's alright, because now we've got a million Orks. As well as some flash gates, double flash gates on the way, actually. And this is where the battle turns. With no Hormagaunts to distract them, the Tyranid Warriors are going to be struggling quite significantly against the sheer amount of Daka that's been thrown down. Also a war going on, increasing the firing rate and the movement speed. So no one's going to be... Jeez, good lord. That's a fast war right there. That's like... It's like, sorry, we don't care about you at the moment. We've got a war to have. Over here, it's just bedlam. We have got... What are these called? Demon Claw Balisks firing away. We've got the artillery of the... What are you? The Hellspawn. Got one Dreadnought from Little Shives. Been dropped down. Does look like as well that the Hive Town has also been killed. But good night, sweet prince. You've been done in, and now all the Malleus Tower will be slowly but surely murderized by the Hellspawn. Have you rebuilt elsewhere, though? That's the question. Yes, you have. You rebuilt over here, so you're alright. You're safe. You're not in any immediate danger from being kicked out of the game, which is always a good sign. Flashgate's now opening fire on the bioplasma turrets, taking them out quicker than anything else. Reclamation pools just primed and ready to throw down as many Hormagaunts as they can. I don't know if you saw how many that there were there. There was a significant amount. Ah, that's even a lot less for some reason. I wonder if that's because... Oh, no, never mind. It was just delayed. It was just delayed, I think. Good lord. Oh, where's that Big Mac going? Christ. Not Big Mac, sorry, that knob. They're getting murderized by the Blood Slaughter of Khorne. Not known for its longevity, though, so will be taken down fairly quickly. They also have a Tervigon, which just looks like a regular Carnifex, but bigger and thicker. Thick with two C's, some would say. Maybe even dummy thick, if I can be so bold as to attempt to use a millennial phrase. He says as a millennial himself, but I always feel like a boomer, you know? I hate things. My back hurts. That qualifies me, right? Well, Warp Gate, that's going down fairly soon if it can't be stopped. Light drones being a real lifesaver here. Do have a Carnifex on the way, trying to upgrade itself with a Venom Cannon. And yeah, Tervigon, that's huge compared to a regular Carnifex. Was that 28,000 health? Or 2,800 health, sorry. basically double a regular card effects. Well, Flamer Zinch, they're not giving up, but the morale has been broken, so they might want to go back home at some point to regain that. We are seeing some chaosy shenanigans being summoned there, as well as a Demon Prince of Zinch forming on that side. Roundabouts over here, we're seeing pink on blue actions. So boys versus girls. And it doesn't seem like either of them are budging. And what are you? Oh, you're allies. Cool. Fair enough. For a second I thought that green was some sort of flanking force then, but no. Big Hive Tyrant moving in. The Hormagaunts keep on coming. The Orks have rallied, forming a firing line behind the first firing line. That's why I want multiple firing lines, so that if one gets compromised, the other one can still engage in combat. Got double Grey Knights from Grubby down here. Trying to crack on. But there's just too many bugs to squish. And the Tervagon is yet to die. And in fact, the Tervagon is able to summon more Hormagaunts. That's a lot. That's a lot. Just when you think you can't get any more, and they just keep on coming. It doesn't seem to take them that long to make them, neither. Yeah, that's a very quick build speed, isn't it? God blimey. But the artillery is coming in from Chaos. Over on this side, the Orks are trying their absolute best to get through all this, but does not seem like they're making all that much progress. One single Hive Tyrant just standing firm. Catgirl makes a request to ask for help, but Stranger says, no thank you. I'm too busy killing the Tyranids. The Hive Tyrant flies away. Thankfully though, more Hormagaunts. There's always more Hormagaunts. It's being constantly built up, also with more Carnifexes as well. Spare Hive Tyrant. Can you build two? Oh, you're the Swarm Lord, the yellow one's Swarm Lord, and Triple Bat is the black ones. Fair enough. They've been summoned in. Catgirl is having a little bit of an issue with these blooming bugs entering her base, but the Flamers Zinch aren't going anywhere. They think, you know what, Miss Landshark, your frame rate can go blooming take a long walk off a short pier. We've got Tyranids to burn, and burning Tyranids is what they do best. Well, I might need something a bit more substantial for that Tervagon. Not sure where the Demon Prince of Zinch went. Probably on holiday somewhere. Somewhere nice. Somewhere where the sun is. Which, by the by, if you're watching this live and you're in England, I do feel sorry for you. We are currently melting alive. The grand total of about 18 degrees it was today. Which I know for you, more Mediterranean fellas and ladies, 80 degrees? What's even that? Murder, that's what it is. It's a blooming oven. I am melting, much like these Tyranids over here. Good lord, I hope you're not epileptic, because that's what's going on there. We do have double Grey Knights teleporting in from Grubby. They're going to see what they could do. I mean, the Tervagon has got demon armor, so Grey Knights are ideal for slicing that down, if they can get in there. Push continues, but double Hive Tyrants standing strong. We do have a War Boss, and there we go, look at him. War Boss on Hive Tyrant action. That's what we like to see when the smoke dissipates. The War Boss ain't messing around, he's a beast. Fighting for the smoke and plumage. Murderizing the... well, oh, never mind. Hive Tyrant flies away, lives to fight another day. Much like the Orks, they've never beaten a battle. If they win, they win. If they run away, they can always come back and have another go. But they are going to fall back to a more manageable position. Over on this side, it does look like that the Tyranids advance is breaking. The Tervagon has fallen back. He's going to be a brood mother, I guess. Spawning all the Hormagaunts while it regens its health. Have a greater warp spawn. And just as many tricks that Catgirl can throw at these demons and Tyranids. Well, I'll be honest, boys and girls, I can't physically see what's going on here. It's just smoke, it's lights, it's action. It's madness. Oh, the Grey Warp spawns from Yarnum Hunter, never mind. So that's not going to help Catgirl. But she's got one friend, one Grey Knight in the middle. He's doing his best. It's like, hey, you guys, I'm here. Let me help. How is Psycho doing? He'll be slow to regain his stuff. Has he got all this stuff? Ah, he's rebuilt his Icon of Purifications over here. Orks charging in by the looks of things with a big wah. They've got in the middle, and they're now just firing at everything. Best way to kill Tyranids is by surrounding yourself with them. That way, it doesn't matter which direction you're firing, you're probably going to hit something. And it looks like it's working. Ork Logic 101, there we go. The War Boss once again getting involved, murdering that Hive Tyrant. And he thinks, you know, that was delicious, give me another one, I want seconds. And there he goes, cracks down, crumps even. Another Hive Lord, Tyranid, King, person, whatever you call them. Hive Tyrants, that's what they're called. Knobs are also in there as well, which is nice. So it does seem that Swarmlord is having a bit of an issue. He is going to go for some zone throps. Maybe a massive zone throps would be what the Doctor would order to counteract this ball of Daka. On this side, the battle still rages. Bloodletters, they've lost the morale there. So one advantage that the Demon Hunter, well, that Catgirl has with her base is that any kind of demons that she spawns in her base can just naturally regain the morale. They're practically immune from morale damage, but anything that Yarnum Hunter brings over, when they lose their morale, well, they're shit out of luck. We also have Grey Knight Purgators and Grey Knight Strike teams. So it looks like they've managed to hold. But the power of... We've even got Psycho bringing out a Purification Decree over here. More fiery emblems. These guys have got no choice but to retreat, but they've got nowhere to retreat to. They're stuck. No, it's just pushing forward. They've decided, right, okay, well, we can't kill this. They keep on spawning things. They're being extremely rude about it. So is there something else we can bash about? And they're going to give it a good old college try. More Hormagaunts been thrown in. The Tervagon back to full health. That's going to be a serious issue for the Orks here. They've got no major anti-vehicle stuff. I think they've got a couple of blooming, whatchamacallums. Oh, what are they called? The rocket dudes. That's really good. Tank Busters. Tank Busters, that's what they're called. They've got none of those in there, I don't think, or maybe they do, but they're not very many. And this is quite a dire situation for the Orks. But they have at least drawn enough Tyranids back over here to give these guys some breathing room. And nuke bomber spam now. So that must mean that he's going to go for... There we go, nuclear bombs. That's really hard to read, considering it's not spelt right. Or maybe it is spelt right, from an Orc perspective. So we've gone feeling the heat. One Neuronthrope. Oh, a Neuronthrope. What are you? Are you like a... Nuremberg Trials, but for Tyranids? Not entirely sure. Cool all the same. I assume it's like a Zone Throat, but bigger. Badder and meaner. Got all these wiggly things in the middle. Very disturbing. I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going, young man, and I don't like the look of this centerpiece. But it does seem all the Orks down here have been murdered. We've only got the Big Mech left. And it's a valiant effort. It's holding on. They're actually not doing a terrible job, in fact. Tyranids can't get proper full-blown surround on him. Tervagon just like, you know what? Yeah, let the children kill him, and they do manage to get him. Oh, no, never mind. He's off on his own travels. Big adventures. It's the Big Mech's big day out. There we go. Someone write that child novel. I'd read it to my young'uns if I had any. Good lord, was that Great Warp Spawn infiltrated at one point? I can imagine being stealthed, but that size. That's terrifying. Grey Knights have lost all morale somehow, but they're going to stick around all the same. Opening fire and focusing on that Great Warp Spawn, but not going to teleport just about 1.5 meters to the right. But yeah, getting a munch on there. Carnifex is soon to be joined by a swarm, a steady stream of Hormagaunts that are full of Ork meat. They've had their fill. But I am very interested to see where these... or where the nuclear bombs are coming from. Or what they're up to. Got one nuclear bomb over here. Not sure if he's already started firing yet. Just got to keep our eyes on them. In fact, I might even swap to the Ork perspective. Just so we could see the green on the map. I'll try and keep my eyes open. And see where they get up to. There we go, look at him. Let's join him on a journey. See where he's off. Good lord, frame rate, be gentle. So what are you blowing up, Mr. Nuclear Bomb? Oh, you're blowing up everything. Fair enough. I always assumed it was just one missile, but no. It's all of them. And the nukes, here they come. There's one way to kill a Tyranid. Oh, its normal attack is just a nuclear bomb. It's like a small nuclear bomb. Fine, well, you know what? The Swarm Lord, he's got practically no green money income now. Say goodbye to your reclamation pool set. A lot of change, gonna slow everyone down for a bit. It's blue time, baby. Everyone take a back seat, relax. Although it seems like there's like an island of normalcy over here. Not sure if I've got to be in the blue to be affected, whether heights provide some sort of clarity in that. We are seeing the nuclear bomber with a wonderful range attack, to be fair. It's quite a long distance that they can go for. Big mech back on the field. There's a lot of change. Tries and changes the tide of battle. Frontline of Pink Horrors and Flamers of Zinch. As these nuclear bombers look for a better vantage point. Not sure how long it takes for them to recharge their blooming nuclear strike. Or whether all their nuclear strikes are timed at the same time, whether one uses one and it's a cooldown for everyone. Hey ho, they're going to go on the travel. Flying around. Those magnificent men and their flying machines. Yeah, good lord, I mean, how do you... There's stuff going on everywhere. We've now swapped out the Hormagaunts for Gene Stealers, and they've also been eating quite healthily. Not to 200 maximum yet, but they're getting there. And they are able to just rip through most things. I assume they've been given their upgrades, so they can get proper good. Oh, and this side we're all seeing some Tyranids, and they're going to get absolutely murdered. Zone through a ball. Killed until there's nothing at all. Although, yeah, I mean, that's one way to kill them. That is certainly one way to kill them. Tervagon still online. We've got a Phoenix Lanesh. It's in the middle. Chilling out, killing, well, attempting to kill that Carnifex. Probably not doing a great job. But all it could do is its best. Gosh darn it. But there's nothing stopping these Gene Stealers, apparently. They are just giving it their all. And there's no one to really stop them. Though we are seeing, slow but surely, the Grey Knight Purifiers. Quite a beefy squad. They've got sticks that do a lot of damage. I assume they've got spiky bits on the end of those sticks as well. And now more than ever, do we need the late game strength of the Demon Hunter Inquisition to spawn down on land and smite the foul Xenos to protect Chaos, surprisingly. But someone's got to do it. We are seeing nuclear bombers moving over here, as well as mega armoured knobs. Quite large squads as well compared to vanilla. A lot of change floating around. The Fiends of Lanesh chilling out over here like big pink horses. Have you spawned the Grey Knights? There we go, the Grey Knight Purifiers are here. And they mean business. They are not gonna let these guys carry on with their shenanigans. You think, what, Carnifex? That sounds like breakfast to me. Come on, lads, let's give him a good old shanking. The shanking they're going to give them. As everyone comes out of the Matrix mode. We are seeing the nuclear bombers still flying around everywhere. A assimilation chamber has been spawned. Quite a vulnerable place, to be honest. But the bioacid hive nerd, huge explosions have been thrown by the sphincters of Triple Bat. And it does seem as though the Tyranids are being pushed back. Not sure why they're all running away, but I imagine it's something to do with the absolute hell and horror, especially with all these nuclear things exploding around this area. What are they fighting in the centre? They are fighting... What are you fighting? Oh, you're fighting some Mega Armor knobs. Right, I was wondering what was going on there. And there we go. Strain's got a plan, baiting them to mid and will nuke their army. It's going to go full nuclear. If there's one way to kill an army, it's going to be with nukes. We'll fire a couple over here. Get some AoE damage before firing some more. Oh, well, this is a sad time for everyone. Huge nuclear damage being done. Not quite killing all the big ones instantly, but it's doing something. Nice. That'll make them think twice before gathering en masse. Detail's still here though. It does seem that the Demon Hunters have lost all their units. Did a great job in holding that line, but not quite defending their demon ally. Not much else is coming over. We're just relying on the nukes at this point. Are we seeing anything from Catgirl at the moment? She is going to go for Demon Prince of Zinch and a Lord of Change, so exclusively big units here. Never mind those little demons. We're going for the big guns. But the unrelenting force of Carnifexes and Tervagons. The Mega Armor Knobs, they're standing fairly strong. They've got, what, collectively 4,600 health, which is more than a Tervagon if I'm not mistaken. Can't click on you because he's dead. So I've certainly got more health than that Tervagon. On account of that, he's got 0. And here we go, Grubby. An armoured column that's been affected severely by pathing. They can handle it. We push on forward. Seeing what they can kill, seeing what they can smite down. Biovores over here, not amazing against vehicles, but they will certainly make the infantry think twice about things. But these are Grey Knight Terminators. And they've got a lot of health, they've got a lot of armour. It'll take a while for anything to really break those guys down. Carnifex will be smited. And is anyone going for any huge Titany units? We haven't seen any of those yet. We're seeing a Nightmare Altar, which I assume is where the demons get their big endgame button. Nothing major at the moment. Everyone's just kind of throwing all the money at holding that centre and keeping their forces on constant agony. In fact, let me have a quick check of the economies. 322 and 923, 567 and 555, 454 and 387, and 50 and 81, compared to 133 and 194, 127, 171, 244, 423 and 275, and 173 and 124. So I do believe that means that the economy of the southern teams are a little bit better than the northern side on account of... Who are you? Who was chilling over here? Not you. You're... Oh, yeah. That's why. It's because Yharnam Hunter's taken over his old stuff. And that's why... What's your face? That's why Little Shives, or Little Chivs, or whatever, his economy is not back to maximum capacity. Another devastating nuclear strike from the Ork bombers. Doesn't take out all the buildings, though. But it takes out enough of the reclamation pools for them to think twice about it. Decide to start spreading out their reclamation pools so those nuclear strikes are a little less devastating. But over on this side, we are seeing some furies and some horrors coming down over on this way. One singular Demon Prince of Zinch going in for those good backhands and just banishing all those guys in one strike. How impressive was that? It's wonderful to see. Mega Armor let me say that again. Mega Armor Knobs crumping the Hive Spire. Look how quickly they're able to just discombobulate that structure. No one's coming in to repair it. And these guys got health to spare. Managing to strike down that Hive Spire. So I do believe that these guys will have to redo their tech, if I'm not mistaken. Unless they've re-got theirs. Have you rebuilt yours elsewhere? Swarmlord, is that... You've got stuff, but that is the... Ah, yeah, you've got Hive Spire then, that's fully upgraded. So fair enough. Fair enough. The Mega Armor Knob's going to clean up that base. And it's still everyone's game, to be honest. It's very even, all things considered. The only ace in the hole that the Southern team have is their nuclear capabilities. And there is nothing stopping the Northern team from acquiring their own. Do have a lot of Carnifexes coming down over here, but Land Raider will hold on for a hero. Venerable Dreadnought got to arm itself with double, well, just one single las cannon. It's prevented itself from punching things, but hey ho, it means that I can resist close combat. Oh no, it replaces the actual firing weapon. That makes sense. Where are you firing? Where is that bullet trajectory going? Are you just... Is it one shooting in the air for good luck? Are the Gargants knocking around places that we can't see off screen? Who knows? Either way, Shrine to the Emperor is on the way. Big nuclear capabilities from that building, I do believe. Also just looks really cool. Look at just, I mean, a mighty Imperial hero rising from the depths. More nukes been thrown in. But just a single nuke, just a tactical nuke. No terrible radiation for nearby allies. Also got the Thunderfire cannons adding to the range damage. Mega Armor Knobs, they've finished with the base over here by looks of things. Well, not completely finished, but they thought, you know what, these guys can stay over here while we come over to defend this side of stuff. And any of you guys going for stuff? We've got Nightwear. Oh, Nightwear? Nightmare Gate. Nightwear, that's a cocktail dress, isn't it? Haha. Oh, seeing some Tunnel Warrens. Uberfex on the way. Huge Carnifex, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's just a very German Carnifex, I'm not sure. Settlement down here has been bothered. We've got Swarmlord, and Swarmlord just does not die. Very deadly opponent. You can just see, look how much damage it's taken. Look how quickly it's able to regenerate that damage. Tyranids don't necessarily have a endgame button from what I understand. They just have this guy who just turns up. He makes me think of, if you've ever played Dungeon Keeper, it makes me think of, oh, Horny, the big red demon, not the immersion that you feel when you're alone on an evening and you've opened up Facebook and you've seen pictures of people that you used to go to high school with. I'm talking about like the demon with the big horns and the scythe. And when he came on the map, he just basically ran around and murdered everyone. That's kind of what the Swarmlord's vibe is. The Gene Stealers as well, especially because they're infiltrated, they're causing so much issues. They're taking out one settlement. I mean, can they nuke these places? Oh, well, what's this? Oh, it's a Tyranid, super weapon. So I said that they can't nuke things, but that's like a quasi-nuke. It's like a soft nuke. Who knows? Where have you gone, Swarmlord? You are up here. You've been knocked in the air, only to come back down. Doing a massive jump. And we've got the Zinch Lord. He's been flying in the air, and it's just chaos and carnage all over the place. What are the Orks and Demons and Inquisition to do in this situation? We're seeing lots of chaosy lights, cameras in action. Heldercon as well, coming out from Yharnam Hunter. Big war has been sounded, and the Swarmlord is taking... I know this seems like only a little bit of damage, but this, from the perspective of the Swarmlord, is a lot of damage to be taken. If you don't keep that pressure on him, he is going to just shrug it all off. Got a big cannon on the Gork Resource Factory, allowing strangers to keep that economy going, even when he's lost his points. And while the Swarmlord's trying to kill everything, the Mega Armor Knobs and also the Grey Knight Terminators are casting the Tyranid buildings asunder. The Zoanthropes slowing these guys down with every strike that they render unto them. By the looks of things, more Zoanthropes have well been spawned over onto this side, going for a Hive Tyrant to replace the one that they lost. Venerable Dreadnoughts as well on the way. Are we seeing anything from the Nightmare thingy? We're seeing a Demon Primarch Angron. Well, bugger. If you thought the Swarmlord was terrible, look at him T-posing like an absolute champion. That's one way to intimidate your opponent. I mean, he's got 4 arms, hasn't he? So he can T-pose twice the amount. I'm sure that's how it works. That'll be called an X-pose, maybe. Never mind, he's just going to continue swiping away with his swords, and when Angron comes on the field as well, that's going to be a very difficult situation for these guys to get out of, especially with the ball of Zoanthropes now moving in. You'd think with the nukes, the southern team would have been able to puncture their way through the Tyranid defences and maybe prevent them from producing all this stuff, but I mean, they've just basically built up a small hive city of their own, more or less down here, so no matter how much production damage that they do from this side, then moving on to this side, they've still got all the big production buildings going on over here, so there's no real way to stop the swarm from spawning. Hive Tyrant at full health, the Swarm Lord already back at full health, look at him. He's not going down without a fight. We do have a lot of changes there. And blooming hell, more slowing. So at least going to buy him some time. Yeah, I've learned that these Lord of Changes, they're not clones, they're all just their own individual Lord of Changes. That's just, you could just get more than one. I just always assume that in Ultimate Apocalypse you can only get one. But obviously, it's Ultimate Apocalypse. Why would you do things by small measure in a mod such as this? Grey Knight Terminators murdering everything with the Mega Armor Knobs on side. A good solid line of Predator Annihilators keeping these Carnifexes at bay. But the swarm of Gene Stealers, the Hormagaunts, a long-time thing of the past. Got a poor Whirlwind Hyperios. Look and see if he can get out. See some sunshine, but Gene Stealers aren't letting him. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's kind of like, I imagine driving a car through the streets of a favela where basic traffic regulations are not enforced. But casual nuking will hopefully be the saviour of the Orks element here. Each individual nuke does a lot of damage, but there's just so many actual individual pockets of Gene Stealers to be firing at. Primarch Angron, have you came out yet? That's my question. So let me swap over here. Have you come out? Demon Prince of Khorne? Prince Angron, there we look at him go. Angry boy. Ready to smash people with his giant horse hoofs. Jeez, look, the good lord, that is a lot of Bloodthirsters. I would never thought I'd see the day where I'd say, look at this swarm of Bloodthirsters, but there we are. I thought that 3 Lords of Change was quite impressive, but Yharnam Hunter has taken the cake. His economy is over 9,000, if you pardon the old meme. But I mean, with that kind of money, you could basically buy the services of a Demon Prince. But like a proper good one, not just a regular one, a Primarch Demon Prince nonetheless. And these guys are going to fly in and basically fucking murder everything within their path. Over here. It almost makes a Swarmlord look a little bit cute. So I reckon that these guys could probably take him on if they wanted to. But they're on the same team, so it's fine. Ah, take that library. Angron does not care for your libraries and your books and your learnings. If it doesn't bleed, it's got no use for him. Laws of Change, they're going to sit around the corner as the captain of the football team and all his chads come rocking around. Swarmlord going in solo. Murdering people. Or murdering buildings, should I say. Just all casual. One building at a time. We are seeing the Ordo Malleus towers being rebuilt over here. An Orc settlement as well, but I mean, oh, we've got Ork settlement being built behind enemy lines. It's fair enough. Someone has faltered. Someone has brown bread. Never to fight again. Well, not until next game anyway. Just look at the size of him. Surely, demon Primarchs aren't that big. But you know what? I believe it. It's like Godzilla. Almost. Just a little bit cooler. All the Malleus Towers, they're going to fall. And there's not much the Southern team can do. I see more surrendering. Do believe that was... Well, there's been so many things being built. Oh, no, I've cancelled that. Never mind, I don't know who surrendered then. Well, the last nuke. And the Bloodthirst, like, yeah, whatever. We don't care. We could take your nukes all day long, young man. And it's going to continue kicking the bleeding hell out of anyone nearby. Unable to go for these nuclear bombers. They've got no ranged weapons. Are you an actual squad? You're a squad of Bloodthirsts. Right, okay. That's crazy, man. That is legit bonkers. And now the only thing left standing is the Big Mech, still on his big holiday. Can he resist the advances of the Tyranids? Well, he's going to run away. Like we said, live to fight another day when you run away, or whatever that saying was. He's going to go off on his own little journey. We've also got one nuclear bomber. Gene Stealer's unable to quite reach him. They've got short little arms. I reckon Angron would probably be able to punch it from the sky there. And look, I mean, he wouldn't even need to fly up, he would just smack him. Got an explosion coming in. We do, a little burner bomb. That's nice. Before the Big Mech's just knocked around. He's also doing like his own solo war. But sadly, even the Big Mech gets taken out. So, core blimey, what an amazing game that was. I'm certain that the Southern team were going to get the edge with their nuclear bombs, being able to tactically strike down the economies while pushing forward. But no, turns out if you just buy infinite Bloodthirsters and Swarmlords and Demon Primarchs, then you're just laughing all the way. But hey ho, that is how the cookie crumbles in Ultimate Apocalypse. Thank you ever so much for sending the games in as usual, and well done to all the players. If you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week, and there is also a Discord. Well, Discord things happen all the time. Isn't that cool? Anyway, my name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.